Welcome to another weekly YFE Chat Live that happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern here on YFElive.com. I'm excited tonight because our guest... Okay, Gary Vaynerchuk recently said about HorseFeathers, who our guest is, I can't actually describe how much I love how HorseFeathers Gifts handles their Facebook account. Their feed basically acts as a laundry list of things every brand should be doing on Facebook. So what has this handmade, eco-friendly jewelry and accessories retailer done so well on Facebook that has caught the attention of YFE favorite Gary V? Let's find out. So tonight's show is 30 minutes long. Use the hashtag YFE chat. Like I said, my guest is HorseFeathers co-founder Chelsea Farmer. I'm so excited to talk to her tonight because, you know, first of all, Facebook marketing has me totally dumbfounded. And this girl obviously knows what she's doing if Gary Vaynerchuk is highlighting her on the blog. So I'm your host, Jennifer Donogh. You can tweet me using @JenniferDonogh. And again, like I said, use the hashtag YFEchat and check in with your peers on Twitter and on Instagram. And so tonight's episode is episode 96, and it's brought to you by Ovaleye TV. Ovaleye believes in building community through shared experiences. We produce professional live webcasts that bring tribes together, and by MailChimp. MailChimp is the best way to design, send, and share email newsletters. You can get started today at MailChimp.com for free. And I just tweeted on my personal account at Jennifer Donogh that they have some kind of like Twitter thing going on right now so that you can actually tweet, target a promoted tweet to your list in MailChimp, which is super cool. So you can go to @Jennifer Donogh to find out more about what's going on with that. So anyway, a couple things before we bring Chelsea Farmer on from HorseFeather Gifts. We've got the action calendar for YFE that's happening. I'm going to bring Stacy on in just a second to talk about to talk about Bootstrap Book Club. But before we do that, the action calendar, I'm sending it out to everyone that signed up for our mailing list at yfe.me/mailed it tomorrow. So if you're not on the list, make sure that you sign it up. Every day we do an action together. We use the hashtag YFEaction. And it's just a fun way to get to know other young female entrepreneurs. And I love lists. I like planning. I like calendars. So it all kind of fits together. And then, of course, we have, tomorrow's action, by the way, is to commit to removing a bad habit, even if only for today. So I'm really excited about that one. And then we've got Bootstrap Book Club. We are doing Q7, I feel like, tomorrow. But let's bring Stacy on so she can talk a little bit more about it. She's one of our co-hosts along with Vicky Lashenko. Vicky's in Portland, Stacy's in Phoenix, and they both do social media, so it's been a really fun time talking about jab, 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 right hook with you, Stacy. Now, you're going to feature two of our bootstrappers, right?
It's true, I am.
All right, so who are they?
I'm featuring Toby and Amanda Stock. They have both had such good insights. It's been such a good conversation in Bootstrap Book Club. Even if you haven't read the book, like, come participate because there's just like really good insights and like ideas happening.
I know, and I feel like a lot of us haven't even gone in and answered the questions. I'm super behind, and I need to like actually get out and like brainstorm. Some of the questions you guys have are ones you have to really think about. And it's good.
They are thinkers, some of them,
It forces you to think about it. And so you go in and you comment. If you guys want to join Bootstrap Book Club, it's yfe.me/find me in the club is where you can find out more about it.
Oh, it's better when you sing it. It's better when you sing it.
Maybe you should sing it.
No, it's better when you sing it.
Oh, no way. All right, make sure that you go over there. So we're talking about round 10 tomorrow. If you've read the book Jab, 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 Right Hook, he does rounds instead of chapters. So, Stacey, you're tweeting under @YFEntrepreneur today as the co-host. And where can everyone find you after this?
Normally, you guys can find me at the Stacey Harris.
Woo! We'll bring you on at the end of the show, Stacey. We're going to go ahead and get Chelsea on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so make sure that you're tweeting Stacey at YFEntrepreneur using the hashtag YFEchat. And let's go ahead and talk about our guest. So HorseFeathers is a whimsical brand created by a no-nonsense, I love that, a no-nonsense mother-daughter duo. Founded in the heart of Western Kentucky, HorseFeathers brings heirloom quality jewelry, accessories, gifts, and home decor to inspired women. At the platinum level of the Green Business Bureau, HorseFeathers is committed to caring for our people and our planet. They work with fair trade suppliers. We recycle even the smallest scraps in the studio. They treasure gemstones that are safely treated and beautifully impure. And you can also find out more about HorseFeathers brand at horsefeathergifts.com. Chelsea, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about HorseFeathers. It started in 2009, right?
Yes.
So what actually got you started? You co-founded this alongside your mom.
Yes. Well, actually, it started out, it was almost for like 3 months, just me, but obviously, she's my mom, so every 20 seconds I was calling her asking for her input on something. I started it, decided I was going to go to college, and then I said, never mind. It wasn't really what I wanted to do. I wanted to make jewelry and have my own business. So I decided to just take the jump and go for that. And then a few months later, my mom was already starting, helping me with the business and everything, getting started. And she got laid off from her job, which was super common at the time and still is, unfortunately, at this time. So she got laid off from her job. And so I was like, what can we do to make this your full-time job? And what can we do to get, you having no really downtime in between. So she's a huge part of HorseFeathers at this point because she actually creates, I would say, 80% of our products. So that's basically, we just jumped into it. I jumped and then she kind of fell.
I love that. Well, and so what's it like working with your mom? I am actually business partners with both my mom and my dad, which is always an interesting dynamic. So I understand that there can be some, really, really good, awesome things that happen when you partner with your parent. But at the same time, there are, just to be honest, there are some things that at some days I just want you to be my mom and not my business partner. So how's it like working with your mom?
True story. For people who are like, oh, it's all like rainbows and unicorns, they're lying. They're so lying. Because there's some days that I'm like, most of the time she is my best friend. So we get along really great and we do obviously everything outside of work together too. But at work, some days we butt heads on a lot of different things. I'm more of like an anal personality, whereas she's like carefree, like our desk, if you could see our desk, mine is like perfectly organized with all these sorters. And she has I posted a picture of her today on our Facebook, actually, at her desk. You couldn't pick out anything that's on there. There's the most random stuff. She has an anvil and Lysol and her paper sort, everything. So we have really different personalities. So at the store sometimes, or in our studio, we kind of butt heads on some different things, but we always tend to figure our thing out, or we just say, let's just not talk about that and we'll just forget about that whole situation and move on.
Sounds a lot like me.
It's really cool that we get to, instead of just telling her about my job, you know what I mean? We have the same job, so we get to share all the ups and downs and all the exciting things that go on and things like that. So it's a really cool experience.
Oh, I love that. So now I want to get straight into the Facebook marketing because this is a big question. You're talking to young female entrepreneurs. We're showing images of what you're putting up on Facebook. But so like we said at the intro, Gary Vaynerchuk basically said that you have a laundry list of things we should all be paying attention to. So what exactly is this laundry list? Because like I said earlier, I looked through your Facebook page and I fell in love with your company. I was thinking, I want to get hired by these two. I'm going to go and work in their office.
That's your plan.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Whatever you're doing in Facebook is working. So what is this laundry list that we should all be doing as business owners?
So my first thing is totally be yourself. Even down to posts, I see people when they're posting their content, you can tell that they're trying to be very, I guess, politically correct in everything they say. I say y'all and ain't and use my normal vocabulary on my Facebook post because I don't want you to get on the phone with me and be like, who is this person? That's not who I've been talking to. So I just try and keep everything real and make people get a sense of our personalities just from seeing our Facebook page because we're not just trying to sell a product. We're more trying to sell a lifestyle. We want you to
exactly. That's exactly what sets you apart from other brands, I feel like, and really what makes you successful. I was telling you earlier that you remind me a lot of Crispy Bikinis because it's a lifestyle. It's beyond jewelry. When I'm going to go and buy a necklace from you, I'm not buying just any old necklace. I'm buying a HorseFeather gifts necklace, and I know what all of that means, that whole I just love it. So anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but it's so true and it's so hard. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah, that's what I try and put across to people and convey is that we want you to see the ins and outs of everything, if I've posted pictures of me and my granny going to Target and, I just want you to see everything. We just posted a picture when we were renovating our retail store of her dusting everything. It's me, her, and my mom all cleaning the store up, getting ready to open. So we just try and show pictures of our life and our surroundings, plus our studio. And our business is really about inspiring people to be, basically not just be like a better version of yourself, but almost not worry about what everybody else thinks or, says or so much like the stigma of how you need to be in things. So we really try and inspire people. So we post a lot of quotes and inspirational sayings, which we also have a lot. Most of our jewelry has inspirational sayings on it. So we just try and, motivate people and inspire them on a daily basis, whether it's with our product or just an image that we found or, a quote that we liked that we thought, all of our fans and customers would like. So I feel like a lot of our customers and fans kind of have our same style, and that's why they follow us. So I really like to, it's kind of like they're all my friends. So when I post something, I really want to be like, I know they're going to love this. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that I would just normally back in, before I had this, have just text to my best friend, Lindsay. But now I'm like, hey, I have all these people and I know they love the same stuff as me. So I'm going to tell everybody.
I love it. Well, and you also, you share a lot of your fans' images too. So like there was an image that a blogger put up of her wearing your silk.
Yes, Lindsay, we love her. So one of the things that we really try and do also is like incorporate our fans and our customers into everything, as well as Lindsay, actually, I met her. She's a blogger, and we kind of got connected. I was advertising on her blog, and then I'm like, hey, can I like send you stuff? I know you love it. So what we did there was I sent her some product, and she started wearing it constantly. So you can go to her blog, and you'll see in all these photos her wearing our product, which gives us awesome shots to be able to share with everybody, So it's like a really win-win situation on everything in that aspect that we, even with customers or fans, people will tag us on Instagram, and I'm like, do you mind if I share this on our Facebook page? And I think people get really excited because they're like, oh my gosh, you want everybody to see this, but you know?
Well, you have something like, what, 36,000 followers or more than that even?
It's something over 30.
Yeah, you have a lot of fans on Facebook. So are there any particular posts that, I mean, selling the lifestyle and, having people interact with you on Facebook is one thing, but it's another thing for your mom to be working full time and have like her salary replaced by this business. So how do you, what posts are the ones that are better for converting, those big hardcore fans into actual sales? What makes them actually buy?
So I would say our top 3 things. I'm going to tell you like I'll do 3. One of the things that helped us like gain fans from the beginning, once you get to like 10,000, it just trickles. So you just, you know what I mean? You're just constantly, you log on every day and you'll have, at least 15, 20 more. So it kind of like starts to gain a little bit more momentum. But when we first started, sharing just inspirational quotes and things that we found really interesting, and even like the inspirational quotes on our jewelry, people would share on their page. So, and I think it's mainly because of the wording that went along with it, it's because it wasn't just the product that they liked, it was the message behind the product. So I think that helped us in the get-go. I still love sharing inspirational messages with people on there. We also do a ton of giveaways. I am like totally the giveaway person. So like I'm really pretty good at it weekly, except for the fact that my house has been renovated and all kinds of crazy stuff's going on here. But normally I'm really, really on it. And I was doing every Wednesday, we would do a giveaway. So you would just tell us your favorite product from our website, and which makes you go to our website, by the way. You tell me your favorite product, and then we pick a winner. So people are, commenting, which by commenting, you start to show up in more people's feeds. Because when you're commenting, say you were commenting on our Facebook page, all your friends would see that you're commenting on it. And they're like, oh, what's HorseFeathers, So well, it's just kind of
really fast with that too, because I know this is something that Facebook just recently changed, was that the giveaway thing on Facebook was like kind of a gray area, or even you weren't supposed to do it. Sorry, but now it's totally free for all. You can do giveaways totally fine. So
yeah. So I think the thing in between was that you couldn't require people to share, but you could ask them to comment and tell you something. So we've never stopped doing giveaways because we always just listen to the rules. And I'm like, well, hey, they said don't do this. They didn't say don't do that. I can read, so I just figure out what they were talking about. So, but now you can ask people to share. We don't normally ask people to share, but sometimes we do. Some people will just share just because they're like, this is awesome. Like everybody needs to see this, So, but I think definitely getting people's interaction. Another thing that we do is constantly ask people for their input on, like we do contests, like nominate somebody to win. Like a couple years ago, we did a fingerprint pendant contest. So we take like an actual fingerprint, from somebody, one of your loved ones, and make it into a pendant. So we had people nominating others. So that got a ton of interaction. You just want people, I mean, you're not a billboard. You want people to interact with you. It's social media. It's not just like you telling them something and them going on about their day. So I think that's something that a lot of people miss out on is they're like selling. Like how many product photos can I post today? And people are like over that. I know I am. I'm like, okay, unlike over this. Like don't want to see it.
So the two things I got from that was to share inspirational quotes and that type of thing. Well, really that fits around your lifestyle and what you're selling. So I feel like that's pretty particular to you. But I mean, that could be other brands. Yeah,
for most people, I mean, it's something that so people are following you because obviously they like something you're doing. So how many ways can you expand on that something? Like we do inspirational. So how many ways, if you were doing something else, could you expand on what you're doing? Like we make the jewelry with inspirational. So then we find images that we take and put words on them or something, or have a nice little saying, or, we find other ones online and link back to where it came from. But like, so just think of ways that you can, go out and basically tie everything back in, because they obviously have you have a niche of what people like. So you just need to stick with it and not venture too far away from what people are already following you for. I mean, I'm not posting pictures of random couches I want to buy. People don't give a crap, like that has nothing to do with my business.
So photos, the images, and again, sticking to what your fans expect of you, what they want, and then giveaways, getting people to interact versus just...
Giveaways is like the best ever. That's like my number one. Give it away.
Now you know, you're not the first one that has said that on here. Erin Condren came on, who does the planners.
Oh my God, I love her.
I know, right? She said... Yeah, you have to give stuff away. She said anytime someone buys something, always put something extra in there, especially if your name is incorporated in there, because that's great.
I always get free stickers from her. I love her.
I know, right? So Chelsea, here's the thing. We got 2 out of that. You said there's 3. Is there one other piece of advice as far as what has high ROI on Facebook?
No, it basically would be ask questions. So that was the thing I was saying, is that we give things away. We post things that people find worthy of sharing. And then we also will ask people's input on something. You ask a question. Like I know you saw, because you already told me that you like my state pendants that we're just coming out with.
Yes.
I asked people, I said, what's your state? I just said, new state pendants coming soon. What's your state? I mean, I wasn't giving anything or any, you know what I mean? Anything in regards to that. I just wanted to know where all these people live so I know how many to make. But but people were commenting like crazy on Instagram and on Facebook. So that gets us even more people who are interacting with us. So we just really like to, I mean, if nobody's talking to us, we don't know what the heck to do next, So I really think that you want to ask people questions, especially if you're stuck and you don't know what to do, or you're like, I don't know if we should come out with this or that, or, how we should go next. Ask people, like take a poll. So I mean, people love to give their input.
Here's the thing. We've got a few people on Facebook that are like, this is awesome. This sounds fantastic. But again, you're a product-based business that's doing B2C.
Yeah.
So if I'm a B2B type of a business owner, do you have any advice as far as what you think, being the Facebook marketing amazing person that you are that has had such success, do you have any advice that you would give to a B2B business owner? I mean, we understand that you're not a B2B business owner, but if you could.
No, but I do actually psychotically stalk Marie Forleo, who I think, I love her.
Don't we all?
She's like the best thing ever. Like even if I'm having a bad mood and I watch one of her videos where she's all dancing, I'm like, I love this woman.
I know, right?
I think she does a really great job because she always gives some, basically you have to give something. So even if you can't give away like we do, a piece of jewelry or a gift certificate, give away information. I mean, tell people. She has free little clips of information that all basically lead back to B School, which I've gone through, and it's the best thing ever. But which has actually, it's mainly for B2B. So, and not really B2C, but her B School she basically does freebies all the way up to it. So I think that you can always give people little bits of free information that just make them more interested in whatever service that you're offering. Even if, say, like you were like a nutritionist and you have like a nutrition program, if you're constantly giving people little free tips like, hey, try eating this instead of this. And it just kind of is a free information that leads to them wanting to buy into your service.
See, Chelsea, that's not what we want to hear. We want to hear that it's super easy and we can just throw up an image and everyone's going to like it. That sounds like a lot of work.
I mean, gotta work for it. If you want.
Right? I mean,
Happen overnight. I think people get pissed at me when I say that because I get emails constantly asking about it. And I'm like, no, you really have to do something. It doesn't just magically appear.
so I have one more marketing question because I want to talk about the hard work because I think it's obvious that you and your mother especially work really hard at growing this business, but there's a lot of questions around newsletters. Now, you're a retailer. Do you do a lot of email marketing? Is that something that is a big priority for you?
We do. I could be better at it. That's one of my goals for the year. It's in my Erin Condren. One of my goals is to get better with our newsletter. Right now, I pretty much do it when we're doing promotional things. So if we're going to promote a new product or a sale that we're having, or different things like that, coming soon, just different big events that we're doing, I could probably be better at it. We're kind of like fly by the seat of our pants, so we don't do this spring, summer, fall release of jewelry. I'm like, wear it year round, first off. Like, I don't know why people come out with seasonal crap. I don't get that. But I know some people do. Like, obviously swimsuits, you need a new summer line, but you don't need a fall one. But so I do see more sales when we do a newsletter. I kind of, like, I can see it. I track it. We use Emma newsletter software, so you can literally see everything. You can see who clicked, who unsubscribed, how long they were on your site, everything. It's a really good software, and it could probably be doing a lot better for us, except for the fact that I suck at sending out newsletters.
Well, that makes me feel better. I mean, I think that makes a lot of people feel better, where you're doing really well on Facebook, but you could improve on newsletters, so that's...
it's just so much easier to just Facebook a picture. I mean, whatever works for you, stick with it. Like, Facebook works for us, I stick with it. I do use Instagram, but that Instagram photo goes to Facebook. Like, it goes straight over there. So I'm knocking out 2. Actually, our Facebook goes to Twitter, so that's 3. So, because I don't know anything about Twitter.
So that's great advice. And
yeah, I think if you simplify, I mean, you don't have to have a newsletter. You don't have to have a blog. It just depends on what market, what outlet works best and where you have the most people, then I'd go to that.
You're probably making a lot of social media people on the chat panic right now. But I agree, the Facebook thing is working for you. If you're putting all your energy towards there and it's actually converting into sales, why not stick to it?
Yeah. I mean, I just do whatever works for me. I see people who like kick butt at Instagram and have nobody on Facebook. So I'm like, they should totally keep on Instagramming, obviously, because it's turning into sales. You don't have to be everywhere. You just have to be like kick butt somewhere.
I like that. Be kick butt somewhere. That's a good... Somebody tweet that so I can remember it. Okay, so the next question that I want to get into, or the next segment, because we're running out of time, is the actual physical component of this retail business. Because, I mean, we're talking about hardworking. It's you, your mom, and there's another girl that's in the photos on your Facebook page.
That is my cousin Kayla. She actually is no longer with us. She went to college.
Oh, I love that it's in the family because, another person I've seen in your Facebook page pictures is your granny. That's what you call her, Granny?
Yes, it's Granny. Actually, today's her birthday. She's like, I'm not going to say, she's 80-something. We went to a party a little bit before this.
Happy birthday, Granny. So you've got her in your store cleaning.
Yes, she comes and helps out when we have projects like that. She likes to be a part of it. And she is like our spokesperson around town.
I love this. I love your company. Seriously. So now tell us about the store, because you've got a camper looking thing.
Well, we started out doing shows. Then we went to a camper, and now we have a retail location. So we've already sold our camper, and we're not doing shows as much as we were before. It was kind of like a stepping stone to get to where we are. So we did recently sell our camper. Sad day.
Aww.
I know. She's gorgeous. She lives in New Jersey now, and she does boat shows. So she sells.
I love that you call her a she, and she's living somewhere else.
Her name's Bertha. So.
Oh my gosh. So I just want to copy paste your business. Can I start it over here? It's so cute. So now you have this retail shop. How do you manage both the online? I mean, who's actually making the jewelry? Who's shipping it? So who's at the retail store?
Yes, I would really like to touch on this because people act like we have this crazy team. Like, people will email me and they're like, whoever shipped my order. And I'm like, same person answering your email.
Yeah, I love it when people do that, right?
Sure, too. So me and my mom make everything. Everything is made by us in-house. We are the only ones that do any shipping, answering emails. I actually answer emails constantly on my phone. I sent out a survey recently to ask people how they thought our customer service was, and everybody said it took no more than 24 hours for me to respond, thankfully.
Oh my gosh.
We do everything. I answer them on my phone as soon as I get them. So basically, it's just me and my mom in the back. And then our storefront is now run by two girls that know everything about our business. They've been with us basically since the beginning, probably about a year and a half after that we started. So they kind of know the ins and outs, and they started working in our retail store for us. So there's only 4 of us total, besides Granny.
Oh my gosh. So what type of work hours do you have with that in mind?
All day, every day. I wake up usually about 8. Answer emails. Our store opens at 10:30. We're usually there. Me and my mom are, and we work in the back studio. So we get there around 10:30, 11-ish. It depends. We close around 5. So we work all day at the store, get all the orders shipped. I come home, answer some more emails, do some more marketing, take photos, get products on the website. Like, we literally do everything. We do our website. We do everything.
Oh my gosh. I would have never guessed. It all looks so, it does. It looks like you have a team of people.
Like, when people get mad at me, I'm like, hey, I'm one person doing like your shipping, and because I do all the shipping and the emails and our newsletter and our website and obviously our media. So like, I kind of get irritated.
See, and I feel like a lot of women entrepreneurs are always talking about have a team of people, have, that support. But at the end of the day, it's all about hustle and drive and making sure that you're paying attention to your bottom line and really doing what you can with what you have today. So it's encouraging to hear that.
So, I mean, we get it done. I mean, we always find a way to get it done. I've been at a meeting since 8 o'clock this morning, which was half an hour away, and here I am tonight. Like, we get it done.
And you had a party for your granny, so
I know, in between of everything else. So
make it happen. So, all right, before we go, I want to talk a little bit about PR. Well, first of all, customer service. Do you have any recommendations as far as what you do to keep organized and make sure that you're actually replying to everyone?
Yes, I have. First off, Mac. You just need a Mac. I mean, like, don't use anything else. We have an HP at our store, and not to diss HP, but I can't stand that computer. I can't organize my emails. So like, everything Apple organizes your emails so amazingly, and you can be in multiple accounts. Like, I love it. Absolutely love it. That's ever since we switched over to everything being Apple, it's been completely different. Like, I feel a million times more organized. I have my phone on me at all times, or my laptop, or I'm on my desktop. So I try to respond to emails. If I know the answer, I respond right then. I mean, I don't need to think about it and take time. Sometimes it'll say, Samsung Galaxy, because that's my phone right now. It'll say that when I send you an email. I mean, it doesn't always have my super official signature on my emails. I try and respond as quickly as possible and be as personable as possible. I'm very exclamation smiley face in my emails. So I just try and stay on top of it. I feel like the longer you make people wait, they're over it. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it irritates me when I like get something like today, this morning, and it takes me until tomorrow morning to answer it, because I'm like, that person's probably sat there and was like, hello, like, where did she go? They're
so
probably
true.
Have a whole team of people answering emails, and I'm like, I'm trying to do 8,000 things today. Like,
so Chelsea, you're officially my favorite person tonight. So apart from customer service, really fast PR. I mean, obviously today we got hooked up through you through Tiffany Silverberg. Yeah. Who's amazing, TiffanySilverberg.com. And so apart from that, you have a whole little section on your website for things that celebrities love. So how do you get your products in their hands?
Okay, I'm a crazy loon. So I will email anybody, and I literally have no fear of rejection. People tell me this all the time, that I'm overly ambitious, because I'm like, what are they going to do? It's not like they're going to, come kill me if I send them an email. So I just try and hunt people down, which has gotten so much easier with Tiffany, because now I have the time to attempt to do everything else I was doing, and she takes over that for me. But at first, I would Google and try and find people's contact information and see different ways that I could get connected through people, and just send them an email and be like, hey, I have this product I think you would love. Tell them a little bit about, me and my mom make everything. We're eco-friendly. All of like the, behind the scenes business. Attach a photo of what we do and send it to them. Because I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? So we basically just reach out to people constantly. Because nobody's ever just sent back and said, no, like, go away. Some people we sent, a follow-up and been like, hey. I went to a conference with, oh my gosh, I can't even think of her name right now. Troy Johnson. And she said that everything's a yes until they say no. So you just keep contacting people.
And so these are just cold emails. They're not like, you don't have any kind of warm introduction here. You're just looking for their email and you're reaching out to them.
Yeah. Like, I don't find an in-between person. I just go for it. Like, I just try and find an email. Like, I contact people.
I love that. And is it, I mean, it's obviously paid off to some extent because I think.
Yeah, we did get into, through a gal that I met on Facebook, we did get into a gifting suite in LA back in 2012, where we flew out to LA and we were in the Oscars talent suite. And we met a bunch of different celebrities and got to tell them about our product. And we actually have very regular, some celebrity clientele right now because of that, which I think was like the coolest experience ever. Except for now, it would stress me out if I had to go to that and run my store. So,
oh, how fun! That sounds like the most fun. So,
yeah, just go for it. Just reach out to people. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They're going to say no. It's not like you're going to see them at the grocery store.
They will say no. What if they say no? That's scary. Then
don't respond. I mean, act like you never saw it and go on about your day.
I like that. Okay, so Chelsea, thank you so much for joining us. I'm really sad that we ran out of time, but so I want to focus one more time back onto your products before we let you go, because you have I'm really excited about the state pendants coming out. I'm going to order one for Washington State. I have my little gem all picked out and everything.
Awesome.
So apart from that, I mean, and I also love that it's eco-friendly too. I'm trying, my New Year's resolution is to waste less this year, and so I love the whole premise behind everything. So what can we look forward to in 2014 with HorseFeathers apart from the state pendants, which I'm really excited for?
Yeah, so we have our state pendants coming out, which we have everything but Alaska and Hawaii, which we're working on, but those are a little more complicated. We're hoping to expand into all the countries too, so that you can do like a travel, Tiffany actually recommended that we do like a travel charm bracelet because we're both military brats. And we're also coming out with some different recycled rings, so it'll be completely, all the silver on them is 100% recycled. And we actually just recently, about a month ago, launched mood rings. So we're bringing back
I
some
saw
mood
that.
rings.
I was really excited. I'm like, I haven't had one of those since I was like 7 years old. I want one.
You totally need one. They're so much fun. People love them. So,
a good idea.
and then the rest of the time, I have no idea. I could come up with something tomorrow and then we put it out in a week, or we put it out in 6 months. I mean, we totally just make it up as we go, and kind of, we're trying to get more, work even more on everything being completely recycled, which is really causing some, issues, obviously, because it's a little difficult to come up with everything that way. But that's one of our goals, is to have, all of our packaging and everything is now, all of our metals are. So we're just trying to go the extra mile and get everything as green as we possibly can.
Nice. I feel like a lot of young female entrepreneurs will appreciate that, and especially appreciate the amount of time and probably additional cost it costs to actually do that. Yeah, so
I feel like people think recycled and they're like cheap, like you got it out of the dump, and I'm like, no, the time that it took to recycle it,
it's like twice as much. So
exactly.
So Chelsea, where can everyone find out more about HorseFeathers? And because it really is, I love all the ideas that you have for gifts too, with weddings coming up, babies. I love your website. So where can people find out more?
Different stuff. We even have gifts for men. So you can find us at horsefeathersgifts.com, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/horsefeathersgifts.
Awesome. All right, Chelsea. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You've been so much fun, and I've gotten so much out of this too personally. So thank you so much.
I didn't say anything crazy.
No, if you did, it's part of your brand, so it's okay. Awesome.
All right, thank you very much for having me.
All right. Thank you, Chelsea, and have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
So we've just been watching Chelsea Farmer of HorseFeather Gifts, and wasn't she fun? Oh my gosh, I've been having the best time watching your chat too and seeing what everyone's saying at Turnip Seeds. I am ultra inspired too. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you'll be back here next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern on YFElive.com. Make sure that you sign up for our mailing list at yfe.me/mailed it, because we're sending out our daily action calendar tomorrow, and I'd love for you guys to participate in February. We have a February 9th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's on a Sunday. We have our Lazy Sunday Twitter chat coming. If you're still watching in the chat, make sure that you chat in and tell me which movie you want to watch. Do you want to watch Bridesmaids? Do you want to watch Baby Boom? Or do you want to watch, what was the last one? You've Got Mail. So tell me which are the 3 movies, and we have a Twitter chat around it, and you do laundry and work and stuff like that and meet people while we watch a movie. So anyway, thank you so much for watching live. This has been Jennifer Donogh. You can tweet me at Jennifer Donogh. Hope to see you back here next Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern here on YFElive.com for another YFE Chat Live. Thanks, everyone.